Hello, this is FG back with the EU4 Anbennar, continuing on with the Gnollakaz campaign. Last episode we expanded our tributary empire as well as our regular empire by grabbing provinces over there. This episode we are going to be finishing up the conquest of Catarata itself, which should be a grand old time. Alright, I also went ahead and embraced the institution. I just went ahead and spent the money. No point in waiting around for it. So, it was a great time. Also, we're gonna probably want a bit of a bark fleet. This isn't gonna be great, but how many men can this province sustain? 24,000. Oh, it's way more than I expected. Hedonism. Decree of Salvation, Decree of Knowledge. Yeah, we'll take it. Alright, and then we are going to bring these guys up north. Tech-wise, Everthiel is 7, which is not really that bad. Alright, so you guys are both occupied by me. Wonderful. They have the right culture, we're not going to bother scorching them. Alright, time for the actual annoying one. It's Matsu. Thought about doing occupation war goal, but decided against it. Yeah, they're gonna form a coalition against us. It's really not that bad, though. Because we're overlords of the provinces that actually care a lot. Overlord of the nations that care a lot. Sorry, I misspoke. No, we're not going to do that, because we do not want to have the corruption. Take that off as well. Alright. And what we want is we want that province, and then return those, because those are part of the West Salahad. Hope not have taken war score. That's about right. I'm gonna go kind of just hide in the mountains for a bit. My money now. Accept it, do that. Diplo rep is great. Alright. Are they doing... Yep. They're doing the funny thing. Alright. Yes, we want that, we want that. Gotta remember not to stack my troops up, because these are all terrible, terrible desert provinces. Oh, yay, troops. Okay, so that's 1 infantry. No, 4 infantry. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay. Okay, I need to group up. And we still do not have picking war score. That kinda sucks. Take dip tech. No, this army needs to come with these guys. Excellent here, whatever. How's our research going? This should just be like dry lands, yeah. Alright. Alright, yep, one guy stays, one guy goes. Okay, we want that, and then... we're gonna have to occupy those from the separatist. Alrighty, so here, corrupt. Alright. Damn, fuck. Okay, so turn that, return that, turn that, and we're taking that one personally. Alright, should be done now. Why did it... Okay. Oh, the game crashed. Alright, I went ahead and finished the war while I had the recording paused, just so nobody didn't have to watch it. Alright, we can go ahead and pay off some loans with our money, and we'll do a trade advisor. Alright, and here... Oh. That, okay. That can come off, that can come off too. These guys... A little bit of recovery can march this way. Shit, they took the fort. And I want to go ahead and improve with all of my lovely little vassals. Okay, so what we want is basically all of this. Expansion, yeah, we'll do docile populace. We like hedonism. No, I cannot do that. Right. How much would this be to core? 262, yeah, that's fine. Hurrah! A legendary illusion. Do I need to upgrade this? I guess we can study enchantment. And we'll do the... Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I just had a thought. Yeah. Okay, these guys can march this way. Take this. Yes, and we want to advancements, Sierra of Simulacra. Okay. I can summon familiars. Alright. It's kind of sad that they lost all their provinces. Alright, so what we want is their entire coastline. And we can also take those provinces, just to make our borders just that a little bit nicer. We need a actual diplomat. Yeah, that's important. No. And go ahead and purchase. Nice little galley fleet. Alright. Alright, do that, that. This. And Wed and Laurent can be our rivals. Excellent. Ooh. Poor command is winning, as is fairly common. Okay, we want one guy over that way. Actually, no, these guys can stay here, they can go back that way. And we can pay off a loan, so now we have 2 loans left. Alright, so I think we want big old armies. Alrighty. Make the mages happy. 50% manpower, I guess, is alright. What a nice big galley fleet. Yeah, one by the Knolls. They managed to convert all of them, which kind of sucks. Same steer deposit. It's fine. It's whatever. Still guaranteed. How much would it be? 115. Okay. Alright, we are now all caught up on tech, which is great. Do this, and that, and that, and that, and that as well. If I go fight Zaka, how much? 172 for all their provinces, really? Character. How are we doing? Yeah, we'll take that. Pay that. Yeah, we'll let our gnomes have their freedom. Fluenza, yep, do that. Let the mages do their thing. Okay, if I was to go fight Gnollkind, I could do that. And bringing Horshash under tribute once again sounds like it'd be a pretty good idea. I think we definitely should wait for these guys to finish, though. Yeah, we need more satrapies. Gnollkind. Yeah, it's fine. Satrapy, we'll do that. You know what, they can actually come sit in Murat. Oh. Alright, do that, and then manage all of these provinces. No, we can't afford it. Yeah. Okay, so for Quika, bring them under tribute. And I'll get that. Alright, and then week, yes, give me your money. Here we want tributary. Duvazine. Sasrumbat. Okay. Placate them. They all need to give me admin points so I can stabilize my realm. Yeah, we can do this. Could I get them under tribute? I could. It's cool. This is about capital. Yes. Right. Okay, yep, those are done. That. Actually, we're gonna come here. We're gonna go up to. And we can get another 2 cavalry. And then we can get 1, 2, 3 here. Alright. And then this, these guys come here. They need to head south that way. We do not have the money to pay for that. That kind of sucks. Soldiers resigning. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not in desperate need of manpower at the moment. Yes. Where is my other army? There it is. Okay. Yes, we like humans. They're very cool. Dartax. Okay. These guys can move around and hunt the enemies over around this area. Okay. Alright, that should be enough to bring them under tribute, as well as give me a ton of money with which to upgrade my production capabilities. Yeah, that's good. And we take this and grab Skullcross Ravagers. Alright. Take that too. Changes everything. Who are you? Consider the legendary Spirit of Conquest. Yes, that is the entire reason we did this. Alright. I'll do... I am myself, the other does not exist. Indeed. Um... 152, it's whatever. Yes, we got to march that way. Alright. Take them under tribute, and that will give us basically the rest of Horseshesh. Minus Ryaz, who we will probably have to deal with some other way. This way. Alright. Once we stack wipe these guys, they will be more willing to give up. That. Alright. It's most of the remaining independent nations of Horseshesh brought under tribute, and they're all large enough to give me good tribute, but not so large that they're gonna think about rebelling all that much. Okay, so here we want this, and these will go down fairly quickly. We need more production buildings. Okay, we are. We have a bunch of admin points, so... How much? 24 gold. 9 gold. I'd rather have some Diplo, and then give me a little bit of admin. Salvation. Decree of Friendship. Conquest. Spell Power. that for extra tolerance. That will make our realm even more stable. So all of these areas are gonna be like not caring. Fortunate. Yep. We will take this for the extra Diplo. Oh, yeah, hedonism is good. Alright. Birth of an Empire. The Mother Sorrow is the lifeline for a multitude of provinces, cities, and hamlets along its banks. From Grand Lake Nuriked with its bustling city of Niramit all the way downriver to the magnificent port city of Korishesh, nestled amid the vast river delta. An immeasurably vast number of humans and gnolls and even occasional gnome or elf spend their entire existence, nourished and sheltered by the hallowed river. And all these masses now bow to but one Galud. All the lands along the Sahara and beyond, from the coastal deserts of the Shashorans to the hazy Gold Savannah, are united as one resplendent empire. Even beyond the life-giving waters of the Mother Sorrow, many packs, tribes, and kingdoms owe their fealty to us, all of them bowing before the throne in Gnollakaz. Yet this is not the accumulation of Grizka's grand vision, it is merely the beginning. All Gnollkind awaits a most glorious destiny. Never again shall we be reduced to mere raiders and scavengers, but we shall persist, the rulers of an empire the likes of which the world has never before seen. Alright. The ancient lands along the Sorrow, created by Elkahet for his people, has seen more than its fair share of ambitious Gnollish invaders, from bloodthirsty Rakor to the first Zahubine and the twin Zaz, to name just some of the most notorious raiders. Many have tainted the waters of Sorrow with blood over the centuries, taking innumerable Keterodans from their home as craw tributes or sacrificial victims. Yet they all came as opportunistic raiders, demented marauders, or savage fanatics, craving the bounty of a river for their own depraved purposes, but never attempting to leave a lasting legacy behind. Such times are over. No longer shall Gnollkind be banished to the desert wasteland, destined forever to crave the verdant paradise along the river, never truly achieving their heart's desires, never truly sating their hunger with the cornucopia that is Keterada. For now, at long last, Grizka's audacious vision has come true. The once haughty inhabitants of Keterada now bow to Gnollish masters. Their fecund lands feed the once haughty inhabitants of Keterada. Bow to Gnollish masters. Their tribute fills our vaults. The boastful haughty, ever so sure of their assumptions of victory over our kind, have learned to kneel when their true masters speak, by word or whip. And even the Ket, aloof and fickle creatures that they are, have acknowledged our rightful claim of dominion over all lands along the Mother Sorrow and beyond. In the fertile soil of this ancient land, we have planted the seed of a new, true Gnollish empire, destined to stand the test of time. Oh, what a glorious sight it is to see Golod Grizka firmly seated on her throne, surrounded by innumerable courtiers, priests, and dignitaries, all desperately vying for an iota of her fleeting favor. Who is left to challenge her rule? Who would dare deny the righteous might of Grizka? All that remains to be seen is if the reformers gathered under the banner of Grizka and her daring yet enticing vision will prevail, and usher in a new era of enduring, harmonious coexistence between Gnollish rulers and human servants. Or if the hidebound old guard, those clinging to the old ways of fury, sacrifice, and pillage, will triumph and subjugate the inhabitants of fallen Keterada to an eternity of their depraved desires. A new empire requests a new vision for Gnollkind. Gnollotep. Alright, so we get that. Okay. The wounds of Nahab's defiance, in which Elkahedis and Niraketis fought each other in a vicious civil war, still felt deeply in Keterodan society, and Golod Grizka could clearly see this now. As the two priests she had summoned to court bickered between each other. You fool, you tarnished the name of the Ket to defend cruel nobles and corrupt priests. Through your actions, you spit in the face of Niraket and all her faithful, the elderly Niraketis preacher shook his staff in the air with great fury. But his foe, an ornate Elkahedis priest, did not seem the least bit phased. Oh, of course, we should just abandon the orthodoxy of generations, inspired by the words of divine Elkahed himself, and instead embrace the primitive superstitions of the peasantry and slaves. Your ridiculous ramblings are an affront to our faith, and I should have you executed right this Enough! Both priests turned to the Golud in shock as the Gnoll stood up from her throne, finally fed up with the incessant bickering. I did not call you here so you could tear each other apart with your petty disputes and resentments. Were the thousands that your fratricidal war killed not enough, there will be no such conflicts under my rule. All Ketis are brother, and if you do not embrace each other as such right now this instant, I swear to Elkahet and his blessed mother, I will have you charged in chains. The priest hesitated for a moment, but soon obeyed and joined each other in a short embrace. Grizka nodded in satisfaction and continued her speech. Both sects shall equally be tolerated and respected under my rule. However, I suppose the circumstances do mandate that we pick one as the state doctrine. Now please, expose your arguments in a calm manner and respect each other's turn. The Gnollish Empress formed a wide smile as the two greatly humbled priests returned their speeches, much more composed this time. Elkahet reigns supreme. Yes, we will take that. Alright, and now we will end the episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.